Arsenal's young 24-year-old left-back and Scotland international Kieran Tierney has taken a huge knee injury midweek against Crystal Palace and will be due to miss the rest of the season with Arsenal, and is a also massive doubt for Scotland's World Cup playoff in June, and that is a huge and terrible blow for not just Arsenal in a huge run to the end of the season, but a massive blow for Scotland's international side, as he's been in a such important role in this Scotland side on that left-hand flank, where him and Andy Robertson have been playing such crucial roles to how the success of the side goes. In my opinion, they have been the crucial part of this team. Yes, they are by far the best players on this side, but they create so much in this team. Kieran Tierney has been operating in a left central back role in a back five, with the likes of Kieran Tierney at left center back, Grant Hanley down the middle at central center back, and Jack Hendry at right center back. Now this throws in a loophole to their situation. What do they do at left center back? Do you bring in Scott McKenna, who's playing pretty well at Nottingham Forest, which would be probably the most sensible switch, or you could easily make a swap of Andy Robertson as left center back, which he could easily operate. He's done that before for Scotland, and you could put in Aaron Hickey at left wing back. For me, that is what I would do. It is basically what they have right now, brings you about the same exact really shape and how they've been playing, and gives you about the same creativity. Gives you Andy Robertson, who can bomb on and make an overlap around Aaron Hickey. You still have the leadership of Andy Robertson, who would be just bringing it from left center back instead of left wing back. And Aaron Hickey would bring you the same presence going forward, a very good attacking left wing back who is going to put in beautiful balls into the box and dribble very nicely. But it is a huge blow to see Kieran Tierney go down, because he's been playing so well this season. I think he's a terrific player. But for Scotland, they have such a talented and young squad. The likes of Che Adams, who's doing very good up front for Southampton, and is a great forward, I do believe, for Scotland. A fantastically built midfield. The likes of Scott McTominay and John McGinn in the midfield. It is such a fun and exciting team Scotland have. And these two left center backs and left wing backs in Andy Robertson and Kieran Tierney work so brilliantly well together. The overlaps that Kieran Tierney will give Andy Robertson in game, as he picked up that assist for John McGinn in the last friendly against Austria. Kieran Tierney has jumped leaps and bounds. I'm a Manchester United fan. I don't support Arsenal at all, but he is by far one of my favorite players for Arsenal. The leadership Kieran Tierney brings onto the pitch as a 24-year-old is absolutely brilliant, and I love watching Kieran Tierney and what he brings onto the pitch. And he has been truly brilliant, especially this year in the Premier League for Arsenal. The man has played 22 matches and had 1,900 minutes for a goal and 3 assists. He is truly brilliant at moving the ball and progressing the ball with the pitch with some brilliant passing and being able to contribute with some good crosses of the ball as well. He is just a gifted and talented player that I don't think Scotland can afford to lose at this moment in time, going into a very crucial game in the World Cup playoffs in June, where they got to move on and make the World Cup. I think this would be huge for a Scotland side like this to go on and make the World Cup. With such a young squad going forward, this would help them in the next Euros, and especially in the next World Cup moving on forward. This would inspire this generation, the next generation of Scottish players. And yes, this team is looking very good, but without Kieran Tierney at left center back, you lose that huge dimension. You lose a quality player in there that I don't think Scotland have a player who can jump in like Kieran Tierney and fix that void. And you don't really have any matches going in before that June window where you're going to be able to test it out, where you can see who's going to be able to fill in there. Because Kieran Tierney has operated that left center back role so well for Scotland, and they have been using that formation so often, as well as they did against Poland, where they used that exact same formation where you saw Kieran Tierney at the left center back role. Yes, Scott McTominay can also play in the back three. He's done the right center back role so many times. He did play there against Poland, but for me, you lose a lot of ball movement when you take out Scott McTominay out of the midfield, especially for a side like Scotland, when you have players like Billy Gilmore and McGinn. I think you need Scott McTominay in that midfield to give you a different dimension, a different physicality level. I think he's truly brilliant in the midfield. But if you so have to move Scott McTominay to right center back and then bring Jack Hendry all the way to left center back, that is also a very viable option. Scotland have a bunch of different ways they can fix this. The likes of Andy Robertson at left center back with Aaron Hickey starting at left wing back would be a brilliant option. I think it'd be fun to watch young Aaron Hickey with Scotland. Or you could easily move Scott McTominay over to right center back and start Jack Henry at left center back. Two very reliable options, and very exciting to see what this Scotland team can do. I'm really hoping they can make the World Cup, but it'd be amazing to see them against England in that Group B. Let me know what you guys think down below about Kieran Tierney being out for Scotland, and what you think that does for the Scotland international side, and especially this back line. Drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Hit that sub button, and make sure to drop a like. I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.